Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of our Football Manager Road to Glory save here with York City, the save where we take York from the Vanarama Conference North all the way to the Premier League and beyond. So as you know, if you've been kept up with the series, we are in the Premier League, stage 1 of the challenge complete. We're now building towards the next few stages of the channel, of the save, which I'll go into later on in this episode. If you are new, please leave a like down below and a subscribe will be much appreciated. Help me hit my target of 75 subs for this month. Many thanks. So it has been about as tough as I thought it would be in the league at the moment. We're doing okay, we're doing enough, just about enough I think to keep ourselves in the league. It has been a bit of a struggle against the big teams, but we've not as yet been absolutely annihilated, which is good signs, I think. So Roberto Maggi has scored a few goals. He's actually looking really good, already worth 9.5 million, so I think that was shrewd business in the summer. Maybe we can cash in on him at a later time. First win of the season came against Crystal Palace in the league. I'll show you the goals here. Just have a look at Richard Toth. Has been quite good. Although I've got so much strength now on the wide positions, strength and depth with all the signings that we made, that I'm not entirely sure on my best 11 at the moment. But Richard Toth scoring there in the league for us for the first goal. Mills has been tremendous, really picking up now. Going to be an absolute worldie, I think, of a player there, Mills, for us. Let's go back to the schedule. Man City, we lost 2-0 away from home. West Brom, we beat Maggi and Aurélien Guinchard. I think this Guinchard kid is going to be unreal. I really do. He's just got, you know, when you see a player in the match engine who just makes you, every time he picks up the ball, sit up and take notice. Well, he's that kind of player for us. So Nuno Santos scoring for West Brom there. But we came back. Divine, he's played okay. I'd like to improve that area. Maggi with a flick on from a throw-in. Jenks, Mills, plays it back to Guinchard, who smashes it into the bottom corner. So really lovely goal. Good signs early days from him. We beat Chelsea in the League Cup 4-0, our best result of the season so far. Hay was playing for the first time this season. Show you the goals here. So it has been it's been okay. It's been pretty decent. Not exceptional, but pretty decent. I think we've just about, as I say, just about done enough. We've not been annihilated in the league, so that's good signs. Yes, you may notice the corner taker there. I made a couple of final signings in the season. I'll show you those in the transfer window. I'll show you those in just a moment. Besic picking up the ball there. Singolin played it into Hay, who scored against his former club there. So let's have a look at the final transfers that we made in the summer. So the last two transfers here, Franjo Singolin. I showed you him a little earlier on in the transfer window, how I wanted him as a player. He's going to be back up to Mills. I think he can also play okay in a deep laying playmaker role, but I think he's a tremendous player. That valuation I think is just going to go up and up and up. Really good. 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. Kovac, another Slovakian, coming through from Slovakia, of course. 3.6 million valuation, potential ability 5-star, current ability 3-star. Lots of potential to him, a lot of work to do. His technicals I thought were actually a little bit better than what they are when we brought him in, but his physicals are really good here. So as you can see, we are progressing, we are building up the club now, slowly but surely. Hopefully we don't get relegated this season, and hopefully we can push on from this point here. So just having a look at our squad depth now, you can see we're strong all over. Gary Ross, unfortunately, has got a knock. He took him out for 2 months, I think. He's nearly back, though. He's coming back now. Over on the left, it wants Hay or Toth. I like Hay there, but he's just not been fully fit as yet this season. Dale Mills or Ginchard or Singalin in attacking midfield. Again, Hay over on the right, or Kovac or Berry. So good cover over on the right there. Ginchard, Jenks. We're just looking quite strong all over. Funnily enough, it wants to play John Joseph over at left back. I've not played him yet this season. I might rectify that this game. Mayong is interesting. He's got mistakes in him, Mayong. He might have a bit of the Wiggett disease about him. I think he's a little bit better, or thinks he's a little bit better than what he actually is. So that's to watch out for in upcoming matches. And then Svek has been brilliant since he came in. Really, really pleased with Svek. And Gibb as well, of course. Gibb's been okay since he came in. So let's move on now. We've got in the league, we've got Chelsea coming up for you, and then Wolves away from home. Let's see if we can pick up some more points in the league. So here we are then, everybody. Day of the game itself. York versus Chelsea. Big game for us in the league. Can we get any kind of points from this game? Let's find out. I just want to show you quickly the progress of Dale Mills. What an absolutely incredible player. I really want to get him on a new contract, but every time I've offered, his agent comes in with a release clause of 70 million. He's wanted by big boys in the league, so I want to keep hold of him. I'm desperate to, so that's first order of priority sort of coming up shortly. But let's go to the game. So we've got Madden at right back. Madden's pleased me as well. They've all pleased me, actually. I mean, it's not like we've been absolutely destroyed by the big teams in the league here. So I think we're there or thereabouts, you know, to keeping up in this league. If we do, when we do, let's talk about, you know, the future aims of this save, because it's far from over. This save, Jovic gets it. Gibb with the save there. Far from over this save. We've got a lot of work left to do. I want to win everything with this York side. We are recording it. I want to win absolutely everything. So I want to win the League Cup, the FA Cup, the Premier League, the European Cup, and the Champions League. So big job on our hands. I think it's going to take us, you know, another 5 to 10 seasons, probably all the way up to FM21. I don't see the save stopping until then. What we do after that, I don't know. Emerson with his first goal of the season for Chelsea. Shame that, but it does happen. You know, we aren't as good as the rest of the teams yet, and we are very, very young side. So I've got to be a bit forgiving, you know, with the team. I can't expect too much. There's a couple of tactics, by the way, that I'm looking into if I really do need to change things up. Tamori's got a knock there. That's good. Divine with a throw. And we are good from set pieces and throw-ins. Maggi scoring again. He loves that little flick on from a throw-in there. Maggi scoring his 4th goal of the season. I think it's the kind of player that we can cash in on, maybe 30-40 million in the summer or next season after. So good news that. Ross was a little bit unfortunate with his knock, with his injury, but it has meant that Maggi has had a good run at the team, a good run in the team. 1-1 is a really, really good scoreline to take us to half-time. So, yeah, I'm a lot less tense and nervous, you know, as I was about this season. It's basically a hit to nothing. If we can survive, then we are in a really strong position to strengthen again. I think we've done enough in the summer. I hope we have. Mills is not having a good game. I'd like to have Singualin on. I'd like to see, but Ginchard isn't playing exactly that well either. So let's bring on Singualin in the 69th minute, I think. There we go. Let's pause the game and bring on Singualin, Terry Wallace, for Mills in shadow striker. Can see he's a natural, or almost a natural shadow striker, which is good. I think we'll bring on Besic for the next change. So hopefully you're still enjoying the series and you're going to stay with me. If you are invested already, then there's no reason to drop off now. We are in a strong position to meet the challenge. And I do have a couple of little tactics up my sleeve to keep things interesting. I'm going to bring Toth on for Hay here. Can we get a winner in the last few minutes of the game? Malcolm with the corner. Away. Ampadu. Ethan Ampadu scoring for Chelsea. Such a shame that, because we were looking so good. So 7 points from 8 games. I think it's always one of those things, if you can score enough points, then you have games, then you will survive in the season. So if you can get to sort of 35, 40 points for the season, you'll be alright. So that's like, 10 wins? Or 5 wins and 5 draws? It's not that much in the grand scheme of things. And very doable for our side. Gibbs should have saved that. Malcolm, with his second goal of the season, of course, his first came against us earlier in the game. So that is a shame. But we keep pushing, we keep progressing. We don't take our knocks too seriously. Because we are a young side, we can only get better. And we can only progress from here. So there we go. End of the game there. Long old gap now until the next game against, I think it's Wolves away from home. Yeah, long old gap now against until the Wolves game. So I'll see you shortly on the day of the game itself. Hello everyone and welcome back to the day of the game itself. So here's the we'll talk about the team in a second. In the off week, I managed to get Dale Mills on a new contract. It's a 30k a week contract, keeps him at the club for another 4 years, hopefully. However, I wasn't able to get him to not agree to basically has an £80 million clause in his contract to clubs in the Champions League. Hopefully that'll keep them off for a year or so and we can just re-sign him, getting rid of that clause. So it is, I suppose, good news in a sense. Unfortunately, Guinchard here has got a suspension, so we're going to have to replace him. And I think we're going to go with with Wiggett at the back. Joseph has had a really excellent week in training, so he gets the nod. I think we're going to play Singwalin in here. He doesn't prefer deep lying, does he? We're going to have to do that, I think. Yeah, okay, we'll play them like that. Hopefully that'll work out. Let's have a look. So Guinchard is got a suspension. Tricky this. Let's play Reece Devine. So we got a left back, a right back on the bench. We got Besic who can play in here. I think maybe Kane might be a better option, you know. No, we'll keep Besic in there. Wallace, Mayong, Berry and Toth. So let's press on. I don't want this episode going on too long. I've tried to cut down the length of the episode. I think that was previously, you know, I had episodes 25, 26, 27 minutes long, which was a little bit too long for my taste. So from now on they will be shorter episodes. So like I say, I mean, the long-term aim for this save is really to win everything with York, keep us going till FM21, when we've got plans for a new save in the beta, obviously. Certainly I'll be getting the beta as soon as it comes out, as soon as it's available. So Wolves 0, York 0. We really could do with some points from this game. I know I said that we haven't looked outclassed in any of the games, and that's true, but we've not exactly been free scoring either. Not exactly dominated any teams, but that's to be expected. Diego Jota and Okere scores. Okaraki scores for Wolves here. It's not looking great. We're slipping down the table. We need to arrest this. I've got an idea of a tactic I want to use, which I found from a fellow YouTube creator. I'll do a link to it. I'll talk through the tactic next episode if we go to it. But yeah, oh dear. Diego Jota with his third goal of the season. This, ladies and gents, is not looking great at all, and it's going to be worse from here because we've got the big boys still to face in the league. Tough times here at York. Joseph for Mills. Joseph Jinx. Jinx is no longer upset, which is good news. Kovac. Madden. Bit better play from us. Oh dear, over the top to Wakarecki. Right, I'm going to demand more. This is a real warning to us, I think. We cannot afford to rest on our laurels. We cannot afford to think the job's done. Well, it certainly isn't. We are prime candidates to go down from this league. I mean, if we did go down, it's not the end of the world. It just extends, our building period for the save by a couple of seasons. We'd have enough, I think, to certainly go straight back up. Oh, I'm not happy though. Not happy with this. There's going to be some changes, I think. Jinx. Madden. Better. Maggi scores. Roberto Maggi with his 5th goal of the season. Come on, York. We can fight back from this now. Great character from us to come back into the match. Come on now. Nguyen. Emerson. Braganca. Player I really love to sign, by the way. That Portuguese player. He's number 1 on my shopping list if I'm a lower end Premier League side. He's a perfect signing. Absolutely incredible. Svek. Pleased me, Svek, so far this season. Kovac. Jinx. Mills. Kovac. Singwellin. Good play from us. Patient. Not giving the ball away. Brilliant stuff. Madden. Madden drifts past his man. Maggi. Oh, Maggi should have scored there. Much more positive from York this second half. I think I'm going to ask for get creative. Inspires them, that one does. Matavinko. Good player again. Diego Jota. Oh, Anthony scores for Wolves. It's such a shame. We were fighting, clawing our way back into that one. Oh, this is going to be really tough, I think, this season, guys. I think we're going to be, if we do make it, it's going to be by the skin of our teeth. Let's make some changes here. Oh dear. Toth's going to come on for Hay. Besic is going to come on. Do we want Jinx on? No, Besic is going to come on for Jinx since this game is done. We can afford to do that, I think. And then we'll keep the rest as is. Oh, this is going to be so tricky. I did think this season was going to be tough. I had a funny feeling that despite what we did in the summer, I mean, our signings I think were good. They were about as good as we could have hoped for, given where we are. And if you think about it, we'd never spent more than $1 million on a player. All of our signings previously had been frees and Premier League rejects, and we'd really catapulted up the leagues. But I think this may be a step too far for us. I wonder if we should go to this new tactic that I've got next episode. So that finishes Wolves 3, York 1. So let's go to the dressing room and give the final team talk here. Performances were excellent. No, I'm not going to say anything to the boys there. So let's go to the schedule and have a look at where we'll be back to you at. So looking at the schedule list here, you can see we've got Hull, we've got Man United in the league. That one I think will be a loss, that one there. And then Hull in the Carabao Cup. The next stretch of games after that are winnable games. So it's important, I think, these 3 games that we target to get some points on the board from those. So we're going to come back to you in the Burnley and Bournemouth games. So not too many games off camera. And I'm weary of this season going on too long. But it is important, I think, that we get a feel for the Premier League and we get some points on the board. So I'm going to come back to you for Burnley and Bournemouth in the next episode. So our struggles in the Premier League are real, everybody. It's going to be tricky, it's going to be tough, it's going to be hard. We all thought it was. We have no illusions as to how hard it was going to be in the league. Hopefully we've got enough to come out of our terrible form here. If you have enjoyed that episode, please leave a like down below, a subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in the next episode. Many thanks for watching.